I'm packing to go out and find office for the day, and I have quite a few questions from you guys asked to answer, and you asked which keyboard and mouse I would recommend. I'm using MX Master 4 now. Before I had MX Master 2, 3S, and those are mouses that I used for last 10ish years, and I like them. Currently I'm using Happy Hacker keyboard, but that's very niche keyboard. I will say this one, Melgeek O2. If you are on Mac, I think it's a really good keyboard for the price. It sounds well, it looks nice. If you are in white keyboards like I am, so yeah, that will be my recommendation. If I know that I will work for long hours outside the home office, I have this one with me. Actually, I have two of them. This one is new generation, it's from carbon, lighter, and this one is older version, just plastic. It is neck stand. Got a few questions about iPhone and my Apple Watch. Where do you get the red Apple Watch band? Actually, it's not red, it's orange, like my orange helmet. This one is really tricky. Is it necessary to swap devices after every new release? Sorry, dude. I'm afraid I do not understand the question, but no, you don't need to swap devices after every release. And I was asked also why I keep buying new iPhone every year. Actually, I don't. I skipped last year. I skipped iPhone 16 completely. We didn't have any in our household. And this year I bought iPhone 17 Pro, upgraded from iPhone 15 Pro, just because my daughter needed the iPhone. So I got that. By the way, this is my ride today. Fido M1 Pro, electric bicycle. I like motorcycles and would like to ride motorcycle. But I have to say that here in Bangkok, that's kind of more convenient to get around on electric bicycle. There are multiple reasons why electric bicycle is better than motorcycle. For example, that's bicycle, right? You can ride on sidewalks, you can ride in parks. Well, motorbikes like mopeds or scooters, those are riding on sidewalks in Thailand as well. But you're not really supposed to do that. But yeah, with bicycle you can ride on bike lines, you can ride in parks, basically whenever you like. Another reason, you can get around, you can get basically everywhere, anywhere, the same distance in the city, but you could do on moped or motorbike like that one. This bicycle has something like 100 kilometers range if you pedaling it and using battery sport. If you're going on battery only, I can do not pedal, I can just throttle only on battery. Then it's something like 40 kilometers. Yes, sure, that's shorter than your moped traveling distance, and then you also have to charge for about 5 hours. Basically, I'm charging it overnight and I have full battery every day. And also it's going quite fast on throttle or on pedals. It's light and easy to handle and get around any obstacles. Important thing is license. You don't need motorcycle or scooter license to ride on this one. In Thailand, to ride scooter you need full motorcycle license. In America you probably don't know what's the differences. If you are in Europe, you know there are multiple categories of motorcycle licenses. I have motorcycle license, the kind of biggest one. I can ride whatever bike I like to. So technically I have high chance to get away from Thailand road police with my international license and passport and helmet and everything. But if you are in country for more than 90 days, I think you should get local license. And again, I could do that, but that's paperwork, you know. Eventually I will do that, but for now I'm fine riding my electric bicycle. And yeah, there was a question, how you plan to create more content about live sports, stuff like that? Well, I kinda doing already mix. I'm already doing some kind of mix with programming lifestyle and programming itself, a little bit of everything. But the tricky part is, oh, that's an interesting way to transport gas. You know, usually when motorcycle and car collapse, then car has no damage, almost no damage, and motorcycle got the most of that. So you can make this game equal, carrying around few balloons of propane. I don't know if that's probably what you name defensive riding. Okay, anyways, so what about this other content besides programming? I kinda do, but you know, I have so many different interests, and if I will create content about everything, it's, I don't know, kind of crazy, because for example now I really enjoy riding my electric bike. Such a nice house is next to the river, next to the canal. Yeah, water is always kind of dark and dirty, but I don't know. Some fishing something here. Yeah, I have so many interests. Currently I like motorcycles, but I don't really ride them often enough to create content just about motorcycles. I like riding my electric bicycle, but again, what will happen if I will start mixing, let's say, electrical bicycle reviews in this channel? So, would you be interested to see a review for this bicycle? I just bought another one for my wife. I could do review for that bicycle, but again, those are just two of them. Should I do that? I don't know, let me know. Would you be interested to see kind of review for this bicycle? What I'm thinking after months, 2 months or longer period of usage of it. Uh-oh. We have stairs here. Oh, that's interesting, check out. That boat is collecting garbage for those riverside homes. Oh, that's cool. That's smart, actually. Okay, good that we have motor, and yeah, bicycle will ride up himself, no problem at all. Let's check out what's happening here on this side. Oh, nothing, just closed gate. Interesting. And security guard. Oh, I will go to that bridge and then I will go to the left. Okay, let's do so. Because this one also looks like more like some, I don't know, private village. Let's just take a quick look and go back. So decaf, naan. Do you have naan? Water?
Nama.
Nama, yeah.
Yeah, 10 baht for the.
Okay, cup and top. Yeah, also I like freediving, but I do not create any freediving content at all. I have app about freediving. No, not nice. I have app about freediving, but yeah, I do not create any content about that because, in my opinion, it kind of hardly, very badly mix into the other content that I am creating. I do like gaming. I play video games. Again, do not show that in my content at all. I just imagine, you know, if everything that I do would be in the content in my channel
that will be, I don't know, crazy mix. Hard to explain what my channel exactly is about. So yeah, I'm sticking mostly with programming and programmer's lifestyle because of that reason. But I'm really curious to know, what do you think, guys, about that? Should I mix something else in the content? Oh, it's sketchy. And if yes, if you want to see something else, it will be really helpful if you will say exactly what type of content from me are you missing. So why Thailand? That's kind of deep. Yeah, but let's try to answer that. So Thailand is a beautiful country. I would say why Bangkok first, and then why we moved from Latvia. Bangkok, you can find temples, you can find local life, basically where we were riding next to the river. That's basically a very local place, and I'm living in very local place. Almost no tourists, everyone speaking just Thai, no English. At the same time, you can go to the city center, and also you can travel all the Asia. It's very well connected with all the Asia, with airports and everything. So I think Bangkok is good place to stay if you are here for long term. There is one con in Bangkok, that is pollution. But if you are not staying in the city center where all the tourists are, and you are staying in quiet neighborhood like this one or where I am living, I don't know, air is quite fresh. Okay, then I got question, is it worth living in the Thailand? Hard to say, dude, depends. That's very, very personal, very individual, I will say. For me, yes, because currently it's November, and weather is nice. I can ride my bicycle around, I see sun and so on. November in Latvia is quite depressive. You almost do not see sun. If you never lived in North, for example, Finland, maybe better example, or Norway, Latvia, it's small, you probably don't know it, but on the north, the problem is you're getting something like 6 hours of daylight. Let's say if you're working in office, you will not see sun for a few months in a year. Because when you are going to the work, to the job, it is still pitch dark. When you are coming back from the job, it is already pitch dark. So is it worth for me to move to the Thailand? Yes. I enjoy the weather, I enjoy the food, I enjoy the people here. So as you may see, even cars can ride on sidewalks, that's fine. Probably I should move to the street part, otherwise this jumping off, on and off from sidewalks, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, another motorcycle on the sidewalk. It's wise to hide behind the car or not. I think it's fine. Okay, we go. Thank you. Oh, much more nice. On this side we have shadow and no jumping up and down from sidewalks anymore. Those basically are taxi drivers waiting in the line for the customers. I don't know how much they are making, but yeah, that's basically what they're doing every day. And yeah, as you may see, helmets are optional here. Actually, police in Thailand kind of fighting to get them wear the helmets, but locals do not do that. Brave souls, The Thailand traffic, I will say, kind of scary to step in or cross the road. But when you are in, you kind of just flow with everyone, and then it's, I'll say, okay. I'm not saying it's safe. Being in traffic in any country is not safe, but it's fine. Yeah, city center here is quite rideable. I don't know if you really need to lock your bike here in Thailand, but yeah, I definitely leaving the helmet, not taking that with me. And yeah, trick to survive here in Thailand in hot season, which is not now, but if you are dumb enough to come to the Thailand in hot season, you're definitely trying to avoid ground level. That's basically where you're moving around from one metro station to another, and then there are bridges which connects buildings, shopping malls, everything. And yeah, we are going to check out that WeWork workspace. The problem is that Starbucks here in this building is closed. Yes, 7-Eleven is open. I'm not going to work in 7-Eleven, right? Okay, let's go to another spot. But otherwise, nice building. A really nice building, but unfortunately everything is closed. Because actually today is Sunday, I just have half day for myself to record this video and work on my projects while my wife and daughter are in the market. Here is Honda Club, not so far away from here, and this shop will work. So what would I do differently if I left corporate job today? Oh, it's a bit scary to take a right turn here. I will go with everyone who walks. Yeah, like that. So yeah, what would I do differently if I will left corporate job today? Not much, because my obstacles were I had family. Basically, 2 of my kids were going into the school. I would not afford international school for both my kids back then. So moving to the Thailand would not be an option. So let's assume I'm younger and don't have kids and still have same savings. When I left my corporate job, I had something like, I don't know, maybe 10k in savings. I spent 7 of them to buy a used car, just because I needed car to drive kids to the school, and I could survive without it, but whatever. And yeah, before that, I didn't have car because I used company's car. I had company's car, I used that. But yeah, when I left corporate job, so I lost my company's car, had to buy new one. What I will do instead, I will move to Thailand with those 10k. That's enough to move over and survive for a few months. I already had some freelancing projects. So basically same stuff but faster. I will move to the Thailand as soon as I drop my corporate job, because back in the day I had something like one freelance customer which was paying something like about 2k in a month, and that basically is enough to survive in Thailand. And yeah, keep working on my indie applications, build my indie apps, everything that I am already doing. So that's what I will do. Otherwise, I don't know, I think I did everything right or okay-ish, and I am happy with current situation and where I am. Open, nice. Let's go inside, let's look for parking and go inside. Oh, check this out. Okay, where do we park? Can I park just here? I don't know. Monday to Sunday, coffee, sandwiches. Perfect, that's exactly what I need. Not so many places to sit here. Ah, yeah, quite a few tables here. We have work-related questions here as well. Oh, this one, 14 versus 16-inch MacBook. Well, I'm using 16-inch MacBook Pro. 14-inch, you still need bag to carry it around, right? And if it is in backpack, there's no difference. But when you are working on it, 16-inch screen is bigger. Here I have my 16-inch screen. Basically, I can fit everything without hiding sidebars, and it works just fine. I like it, and you can do some multitasking on it. I never had 14-inch MacBook Pro, but I had plenty of 13-inch. It was 13-inch MacBook Pro, it was 13-inch Air, and on 13-inch I always were hiding some sidebars just to have enough space for code. 16-inch is better, I just know that for myself. Also, a little bit more battery life. The only place where 14-inch could work better, that's, I don't know, in airplanes maybe, but I don't know, it's not even 1% of my use case. Okay, I'm checking out, I have some bugs reported from users. Actually, one bug, that layout is a little bit broken on iPhone 15 Pro, which is weird, but let's fix that. Okay, here we have a few about my developer's journey. Question about my work. Did I work for a company or I retired? No, I never worked as a programmer for a company. I was field engineer, product manager, head of products, and so on. Never programmer. How long did it take to become what you do for a living today? Well, I was head of products, but I wanted to get into the programming. I started to learn iOS development. I will say it took about a year. So I started learning iOS development with iOS 4, iOS 5, and Objective-C, but that didn't went well because that was kind of tricky to get into the custom user interfaces back in skeuomorphism time, so I dropped that. But when iOS 7 and Swift was released, I saw that, oh, actually, this could be the time to do that. And I jumped on that. That was summer of 2014. So I spent about a year learning and starting freelancing. And then I basically, in 2016, I dropped my corporate job. And on beginning, I tried to build my indie applications, failed miserably because I did all the possible mistakes. But then I understood, okay, I need to spend more time programming, freelancing is it, and I started freelancing. And then basically that's started to work for me. If you have to go back when you started coding, what you will do differently? Applying everything I'm learning much faster. Basically, I did typical Rocky mistake. I was in so named tutorial hell. I was basically just jumping from one tutorial to another. I started learning C, learned that, then switched to C++, then Java. Never applied to any job. Didn't use it practically. What else I could do differently? You know, if I will double down on one of those things, freelancing, my own apps, or maybe content creation, then I would grow much faster in any of those niches. But I'm kind of growing all three of them, and I'm kind of happy to, to balance between them, because, I don't know, doing just one thing feels kind of boring for me. Jumping between three things, I'm growing slower, but that's still interesting for me. Okay, here I had quite a few questions about how to get users for your applications. I personally just do content marketing. That's what works for me. I don't know if that's the best way to do that, but that definitely works for me, and I really like that approach. I think everyone should try that. Yes, if you have endless money, easy peasy. You just spend money on ads. The problem is that usually indie developers don't have that. And that's a bigger topic, probably. I don't know. Let me know if I should create video dedicated to content marketing. But in a nutshell, that is, you are going to create content where is your target audience, your target customers. That's where you create your content, that's where you promote your products. That's it. Any question how to build social impact that later can be monetized? Well, I think you should think from different point of view. Again, you should think about problem you would like to solve, then what is your solution for this problem, and then build kind of community and social content around this problem and solutions that you would like to talk about. I think you should do the same way how you look on app ideas. Basically, you're finding problem worth solving, and then you're working on solution for this problem, and then you create content about that. That's it. Okay, we can go. Nice. I will have fried pork wontons and spicy tom yum noodles with soap, but not very spicy. Okay. Here we have some technical questions, little bit kind of mixed bag. What is the process like getting your app on App Store? That's quite a long and complicated, not for Q&A, but I don't know. Basically, you're just building your build, uploading to the App Store, submitting for review. I don't know. I did that in coffee shop. You saw that in video, but probably there should be tutorials on YouTube about that. How often do you write tests? Almost never. I kind of said for one of my indie applications when I started streaming, I was told, oh, you should write a test. I said, okay, I will start writing tests when this app will hit 1K in a month. We reached that goal. I didn't add tests yet. Did you step over to Swift UI? Yes. Cap on cap. But I have to say that we have, for my freelance project, we still have the UI kit part as well. So for my indie applications, that's Swift UI only, and we are adding all the new stuff in my freelancing project using Swift UI. But we still have plenty of UI kit in this application. So, oh yeah, and this one looks like real BS, to be honest. I read the post that you should plant keywords in your app code. I think that's BS. I don't see how that should work. Okay, cooked wontons. Almost anywhere in Thailand, food is great. But if you found a place where you can see mostly locals and line of Bolt riders waiting for orders, that's a good sign. And that's my tom yum. Yeah, towards spicy. Still spicy.
Take me somewhere, wanna feel alive. Far from the same old streets.
Thank you very much.